Yes, sir. We're back at it with another video. This time, a late night thoughts. I haven't done a late like I can speak. I haven't done like a late night thought video in like a hot minute. I think like the last time had to been like 2 months ago. I think was like the last late night thought video. Point is, I'm up late. I want to speak my thoughts, and I think the main topic of it tonight is going to probably be Invincible's animation, bro. Like, I'm sorry, like it's gotten to a point where people, fans of Invincible, are now coping, saying the animation isn't that bad. I'm here for the story, and at that point, just there is a disconnect. Like, that's an insane amount of cope, because when it comes to TV shows, even anime TV shows, like you're drawn in because of the animation and also the good storytelling. Like, it's storytelling told with animation, and that's what makes it good. Disney animated movies, fantastic animation, great story. You know what I mean? If Disney movies, like if The Lion King had trash animation, would we still like The Lion King? Probably not. You know what I mean? If Wall-E didn't look that good, looked very sloppy and choppy. Well, we shouldn't use CGI. If Treasure Planet, oh my god, if Treasure Planet didn't look good, had choppy animation, looked like very sloppy, will people still talk great about it? No, even if it had a good story. The story and animation play hand in hand all the time. So when we go to a TV show like an Invincible that has the backing of this multi-billion-dollar company, and they're giving us episodes like this, we gotta call it out. And we've been calling it out for a very long time, and that's the issue. Because especially with this episode too, I think it was like called, what was the episode called? I forgot the name of the episode. Well, no one remembers the name of the episodes. This episode was just the war between the Viltrumite Empire, Coalition of Planets. Again, very good arc. Very fun time. We're seeing like the war take place, the battles are going on everywhere. Mark's cleaning up. Freaking Nolan and Oliver are bound together on this bug planet. It's cool. I like it. When it comes to the fights, the animation isn't great, and that shouldn't be the case. Like, of all the times for animation to be decent, it should be on these episodes when it comes to the fights, and that sucks. Like, I have stuff pulled up too. I might as well show it, but that is an issue for me. And I it had been like, it was 2 nights ago. I was getting my homie Givan, and we were talking about anime and stuff like that. JJK, how it's been fantastic. Then we went on to Invincible. I was like, bruh, Invincible story wise great, but animation is trash. But this man had the audacity to tell me, "What do you mean the animation trash? You one of those guys? I'm not here for the animation. I'm here for the story. It gives me a good story, so I don't care." And it's like, that makes no sense when it comes to animated things. When it comes to an animated thing, if you want a good story, then read the comic. The comic's been out for years at this point. And you're like, oh, I'm here for the story. Read the story then. You know what I mean? You're here because it's an animated product. So, since it is an animated product, there we go. Shouldn't that have some level of decent quality and not trash quality? Like, if Invincible had mid animation with high peaks, people wouldn't complain. But the fact, why can I speak? But the fact that's not it. Maybe it is it, whatever. But the fact that it has low quality animation with mid peaks, that's not okay. That is not okay at all. Like, it was last season, I give credit when credit is due. Mark versus Conquest, the first fight, that was good. Oliver had a cool scene too. Like, they had the ones with cool animation, like him doing like that little spin move punch, zooming in, Mark's hair animation, stuff like that. They're fighting, like, that was good. And then when we go back to here with the Coalition of Planets versus the Viltrumites, it's just mid to almost bad. Like, just very, I think people say PNG slideshow. Like, that shouldn't be it. I'll show you stuff. Actually, let me just show you stuff, because I am kind of ranty, but like this need to be said. I didn't even get to like the main thing. So this right here is a good example. Let me transition real quick. So I like to be fair, okay? I like to be fair. And when it comes to anime, like a highly detailed comic to an actual anime thing, that takes more hours, more effort. So you want to cut some lines. It can't be as detailed. That's fine. But for it to be like such a hard shift is insane. Like if you look at like a... We'll use anime for this one example. Because with anime, there might be like... The different studios might have like their own different art styles, but the essence of the characters are still there, and they still have like that same level of detail and love to it. While with this, it's like they lost 70% of their detail, if that makes sense. Like it's just like it's probably like the essentials. Like here are the essentials colors, boom. Like there's like no real detail, and I wish we could just get like 20% more. Like give me 20% more, I think people will be happy, because this is a dope panel. This is a dope panel right here. Like all that's going on, but instead we just get 3 of them. That's it. You see what I mean? You see like how, like all that's going on. This feels like a war right here, and then it's just them showing up. Here we are, guys. And just look at like the faces too. Look at all for having fun. The serious, like it's just such a drastic change. Like this is like the bare minimum. And especially coming from a company like this, I expect more. Now people are saying, now people's other excuse would be like, but Mikhail, when it comes to Invincible, I don't want to wait 2 years for my TV show. I want my TV show to be a yearly release, like the good old days. And you know what? You are entitled to that. We deserve to have weekly stuff again. I feel like COVID, streaming, that messes up weekly releases. But at the same time, we could have weekly releases or seasonal releases, there we go, and they still be good quality. And we know this exists because when we were kids, we had that same level of quality. Best example, Ben 10. Ben 10 was a weekly show, seasonal, and had decent quality stuff. And on top of that too, I'm gonna give this to you too. On top of that too, when they had like that cool detailed freeze frame shot, that was still cool. Like it was like a very detailed painting almost of like an action scene. Just like kind of stop motion, boom, cool big painting. And that was just like the scene right there, you know what I mean? But that was still cool. They'll be like very detailed painting, quick cut, another very detailed painting almost. You know what I mean? Let me see if I have that ready. Let me see. So you can understand what I'm talking about. It was not here. There we go. Oh my god, there it is. I'm sorry, I'm in the zone right now. So this right here, one of the best examples, because if you know from Ben 10, they have like these shots of like, you know, they're doing an action scene, then out of someone they'll just get like this very high detail picture, slow freeze frame, you know what I mean? And that shit looked dope. And Invincible could do this too. Like if you want to have like stuff like this, like low quality scenes like all around, then at least give us like, you know, the one cool frame, boom, like that every now and then. Do something like that. Like have like a balance, have something for us, give us something. Because we did this years ago, and this could have been, here it is right here. Like this scene was kind of garbage. But if they would have had like that detail scene, like, oh, slow motion them doing that with a detailed scene like this, I think people have been okay with that. Like, work with what you got, you know what I mean? And they did attempt it, and it didn't hit as hard. I feel like this, if you're going to do it, go all out with the detail. Like, just go all out. Like, make it as detailed as possible. Less animation. It's kind of just like a frame picture. Like, kind of like this. Like, just look at a comic book page. Do it like that. You know what I mean? It's just... It sucks that people are giving Invincible so much leeway when they have the tools to be one of the greats when it comes to an anime TV show. And we have even more examples too. Avatar, another seasonal TV show. Great animation and whatnot. Fights look good. It's just, there's really no excuse for this show to be looking like this with the level of money they have behind their backing. And dare I say, is them wasting money, it's them using money for cameos and cool voice actors when that money could be invested into the animation. Like, put that money into animation, get more animators and whatnot, more people on the drawing staff, the storyboard, not the storyboard, but the art storyboard, I think it is. Get more people on that, and I think we'll be set. Instead of using money for like a cameo for this one character who's gonna have like a 30-second line that never show up again. You know what I mean? Like Aaron Paul for Powerplex. I think it was probably a very expensive actor. Like, we didn't have to use Aaron Paul for Powerplex, bro. Like, yeah, that was cool. Like, oh, Aaron Paul's in the episode. We could have freaking cut that money in half, gave to the people in the animation studio or animation department, and used, and not even that. Or yeah, cut that money in half and give it to like a actual decent voice actor. Well, he was a decent voice actor, but like, you know, a voice actor in the scene who's like half the cost and who's willing to stick around. Because I'm pretty sure Aaron Paul said, he had like an interview or whatnot. Man said, hey, yo, listen, I think I'm done playing Powerplex. I had my time voice acting, I'm never doing it again. And it's just like, bro, what? Like, this is an ongoing thing. I don't remember. Did Powerplex come back in the comics? I don't remember. It's been years since I read that comic book. It's whatever. The point is, what if he was a recurring character? Now we got to freaking rehire a new voice actor? Like, make it make sense. And then the biggest crap I have is Thrag. I think that right there was one of the other things too. Because with his first scene, what Conquest and whatnot, the voice acting was great. Like, his voice actor fits Thrag. I had no issue with the voice actor. People complain about his voice actor, you're tweaking. But with this episode and his character design, how he looks like a man-child. He has like no real presence. And that's an issue for me. For real. Because Thrag is that final boss intimidating figure. Like, when you see Thrag, you're like, oh my god, he's the man. He has that presence. You know what I mean? But right now, he doesn't look like he has that presence. He looks like he's like hunched over, shoulders in and whatnot. Man, baby face. Kind of like a Discord mod, Reddit or whatever. Holding his like skull of his like his favorite person or whatever in the world. It's just, he doesn't have any aura. But when you look at the comics, he still has that presence. You know what I mean? And then also people are like, oh, it's like, you know, an art direction. But if you look at because like, throughout the comic books, like, Robert Kirkman and his art, or people got it for art, like, the art style did change or whatnot. But Thrag's presence still felt decent. Like, he still felt like that. He had that aura around him. Like, hey, he's the big bad. Like, every time he's on screen, you feel like there was going to be trouble. You know what I mean? But when I see this guy on screen, he just looks like a villain of the week. You know, that just filled in his plans like, oh, I gotta go now. Like, giving kind of Mojo Jojo vibes a little bit. Like, just villain of the week. Has some intimidation. You know, people respect him, but on-screen presence, bro, is not there. And I'm gonna pull it up, bro. I got more stuff. I am just like, this right here, bro. Like, just looking at the faces is just, you look at this face right here and this face, it's completely different. Now, mind you, they gave the Viltrumites less muscle mass. They like changed some people's body densities. Like, freaking Vulcan, they gave him like the powerlifter body instead of like, you know, being cut up or having his cuts. That's cool. And I feel like maybe they did want to do the same thing with Thrag. So like, oh, yeah, let's make his face a little bit different, like give him like a different kind of look. But I feel like with Thrag, that doesn't work. You gotta make sure he looks cut. Like, he has to be like the peak of the Viltrumites. Like, everyone else have a different type of body types and whatnot, look different from their counterpoints. But Thrag, he needs to be consistent, bro. Like, he needs to be like really defined, bro. And it just sucks. There's another picture too. Yeah, I'm sorry, bro. But like, because he just looks like a man-child. Like, this right here. Like, this looks a million times better. Like, give him like a jawline or something. Like, freaking Nolan. Where is it? Not here. Nolan looks better than him. Can I put that right there? That shouldn't be the case. Like, look at this face right here. Just look at that in your face. Memorize his face. Now look at this face. Oh, there we go. Let's look at that. Like, bro, who's more intimidating? Like, I will fear this man more than I fear this man right here. But this guy, I could kind of see, like, yeah, this, like, you know, quick editing and whatnot. But, like, this looks like the leader of the Viltrumites. You know what I mean? He looks like he's in charge. It's just such a shame, bro. Like, look at this. It looks like a baby. It looks like literally a villain of the week. Like, we're supposed to fear this dude? He doesn't have it. He doesn't, like, look at this. Jawline, body structure, everything, bro. He has it. Like, they need, like, detail with him will work. You need to add that detail at least for him, bro, so I can have that on point. Like, then you want to cut back for these guys in the back, Vulcan, Conquest and whatnot, Anissa, General Krieg, is it? It's just, Invincible's getting me sad, bro. It's getting me sad. And on top of that, it's not even me tweaking. Like, my brother, I could turn this back now. My brother never read the comic books. Never read them. He told me, yo, Mikey, I watched the episode and whatnot, and like, Thrag, he's not like a big battle. Like, he didn't feel any awe from Thrag at all when he watched the episode. Like, this is your first time seeing him on screen. And yes, he failed, but in his fail, he still looked like a beast. And that makes sense in the comics. But like, here, just looks like a bumbling fool. Like, oh, I'll get you again next time, and that's not what you want from the big bad of your series, bro. So, the lack of quality when it comes to the animation, even like the detail of characters, that even seeps into things that are important, like the presence of other characters that need that presence. Because Thrag is losing that presence when it comes to the TV show, when he needs that presence to show that he is the final boss. Because right now he doesn't really look like a final boss. He looks like, we'll beat him in arc, we're good. Like, we don't want that. He is the boss. You need to fix that. You need to do something, bro. But, man, that was a rant. I needed that rant though, bro. Like, and this was getting me so sad. But this is like a one-done video. Like, I will, at this point, never talk about like Invincible animation ever again unless it improves. Well, no, I mean, I'm going to still do a review of the season. But when it comes to like animation, I never talk about that animation again, bro. Like, this right here is the video. Like, I gave them the steps they need to improve. You could go take the Ben 10 route, do detailed pictures or snapshots for cool action scenes. You want to do that. Or increase the quality animation, invest more money into your animation department. Give us that high quality stuff, because you can't pump out high quality stuff in a year, bro. If Avatar or Ben 10 could do it, these guys can do it, especially with the backings they have and the money they have. You know what I mean? So, they have the tools for success. They can do it. And I hope they do it next season. I feel like this season is going to be decent, but yeah, bro. I'm done talking about their animation. Unless there's going to be unless I see like a drastic improvement, I'm done talking about their animation, bro. It's kind of like a dead mission. And if y'all are actually defending this, bro, it's just, no real standards, to be honest. Like, you're watching TV animated stuff, and then you want to cape for Invincible? Invincible you want to cape for. Like, no, bro. Like, have standards. We deserve that. You deserve that. You deserve better. It's like, come on, you deserve better when it comes to stuff like this, bro. You deserve quality animation with a quality story. Because this is a quality story right here. Quality. And you deserve good animation. You don't deserve this crap. Not at all. Like, come on. Ask for more. There's nothing wrong for you ask for more. Remember that. Lesson of the day. Or lesson of the night, I should say. But, damn. I'm done now. That's the rant. Yeah, if y'all like me ranting and yapping, please like, subscribe, all that great, fantastic stuff, and I'll catch y'all next time, alright? Be easy.